Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about something that is often overlooked but is essential to living a fulfilling and resilient life, the power of inner strength. In a world where success is often measured by material achievements and outward appearances, we sometimes forget that the greatest strength we possess lies within us. Inner strength is what carries us through difficult times, guides us when we're lost. Inner strength is not something you can see or touch, but you can feel it in moments of challenge. It's not about how much weight you can lift, how fast you can run, or how tough you appear on the outside. It's about your capacity to endure, to persevere, and to thrive when life throws its toughest challenges at you. It is the mental and emotional fortitude that allows you to stay grounded and composed even when everything around you feels chaotic. Inner strength is the quiet confidence that no matter what comes your way, you have the resilience to face it head on. In life, there will always be moments of adversity. No one escapes hardship. It's a part of the human experience. Whether it's personal struggles, failures, the loss of loved ones, or even the stress and demands of daily life, these challenges shape us. But here's the important truth: inner strength doesn't just come from avoiding difficulties, it grows because of them. The greatest lessons we learn often come from the hardest experiences we go through. In times of adversity, we discover parts of ourselves we didn't know existed. We tap into reserves of resilience. Think about some of the most remarkable people throughout history. Often their stories are not of smooth success, but of overcoming immense obstacles. They built their inner strength by rising above challenges. They learned how to keep moving forward even when the odds were against them. Inner strength is not something you're born with. It's something that is built over time, like a muscle that gets stronger with use. Each time you face a setback or an obstacle and refuse to give up, you are adding to your inner strength. It is like armor that is forged in the fires of hardship and experience. But how do we cultivate this strength? It comes down to a few essential qualities. First and foremost is perseverance. Perseverance is the determination to keep going, even when everything in you wants to stop. It's showing up for yourself day after day, no matter how difficult the journey becomes. Whether you're pursuing a personal goal, facing a tough situation, or simply trying to make it through the day, perseverance is what keeps you moving forward when the path is hard. Alongside perseverance is self-belief. Self-belief is the unwavering conviction that you are capable, even when the world tells you otherwise. It's trusting yourself not in a way that's arrogant, but in a way that empowers you to take risks, face challenges, and believe in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. With self-belief, you don't wait for external validation, you create your own sense of worth. You don't need others to tell you that you're strong, because deep down inner strength is not about being rigid or unyielding. True strength comes from flexibility, from being able to adapt and grow through life's challenges. It's about being kind to yourself when things don't go as planned. This is where self-compassion comes in. Often we think of strength as being hard, tough, and never letting anyone see our vulnerabilities. But that's not the full picture. True strength is being able to admit when you need help, to recognize your limits, and to treat yourself with kindness during difficult moments. It's knowing that making mistakes or facing setbacks doesn't make you weak. It's simply we need to learn to speak to ourselves with the same kindness and understanding that we would offer to a close friend. Self-compassion allows us to recover from setbacks and keep going without the weight of unnecessary guilt or self-blame. It's not about excusing mistakes or avoiding responsibility. It's about acknowledging that we are all works in progress and that growth comes from learning through experience. When we are kind to ourselves, we give ourselves the space to heal, to recover, and to come back stronger. At the same time, building and maintaining inner strength requires that we take care of ourselves. Self-care is an essential part of this process. We can't be strong if we're running on empty. Just like you wouldn't expect a car to run without gas, you can't expect yourself to function at your best if you don't take time to rest, recharge, and care for your physical and mental well-being. This means making time for the things that nourish your soul, whether it's spending time with loved ones, engaging in hobbies that bring you joy, or simply taking time for yourself to relax and reflect. Another important aspect of inner strength is recognizing that we don't have to go through life's challenges alone. Our inner strength is supported by the people around us, our family, friends, mentors, and communities. Surrounding ourselves with positive, supportive people helps to lift us up when we're feeling down, and it encourages us to keep going when we're tempted to give up. Inner strength isn't built in isolation, it's nurtured through connection and support. Don't be afraid to lean on the people who care about you, because asking for help doesn't make you weak, it makes you stronger. The power of inner strength is about understanding that true resilience comes from within. It's not found in the absence of hardship, but in how we respond to it. It's about rising after every fall, finding hope even in the darkest moments, and believing in yourself even when the path ahead seems uncertain. Inner strength is the quiet force that gives you the courage to keep going, the ability to adapt to change, and the capacity to live authentically no matter what life throws your way. So when life gets tough, and it will remember this, your greatest strength lies within you. It's always there, waiting for you to tap into it. All you need to do is believe in it, cultivate it, and let it guide you through whatever comes your way. Because when you learn to harness the power of your inner strength, there is no limit to what you can overcome. I want to talk about a powerful truth. Inner strength is built through adversity. In our lives, we all face challenges, sometimes big, sometimes small. These moments of struggle are often painful and difficult, but they are also the very experiences that shape us into stronger, more resilient individuals. That adversity is something none of us can avoid. It comes in many forms: failure, loss, disappointment, illness, or personal struggles. When we're in the middle of these tough times, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, frustrated, or defeated. But what if we looked at adversity not as something that breaks us, but as something that helps us grow? What if we saw it as a source of strength? Think about a time in your life when you faced a significant challenge. Maybe it was the loss of a loved one, a personal failure, or a period of uncertainty. At the time, it might have felt like the end of the world. But looking back, you probably realize that you came out of that experience stronger, wiser, and more capable. That's because adversity teaches us resilience. It shows us that even when life is hard, we have the ability to endure. We learn to pick ourselves up after every fall and to keep moving forward, no matter how difficult the road ahead may seem. In moments of hardship, we are forced to confront our limitations, our fears, and our insecurities. But this confrontation is where growth happens. Adversity strips away the unnecessary and forces us to focus on what really matters. It teaches us to let go of what we cannot control and to focus on what we can. It pushes us to develop new skills, to find creative solutions, and to discover strengths we didn't know we had. In fact, the most important lessons in life often come from failure. For instance, is often seen as something to avoid. But failure is one of the greatest teachers. When we fail, we are given an opportunity to learn, to improve, and to grow. It's not the failure itself that matters, but how we respond to it. Do we give up, or do we use it as fuel to try again, smarter and stronger? Each time we face adversity and choose to rise above it, we are building our inner strength. One of the greatest examples of this comes from people who have overcome significant obstacles in life, such as those who have battled illness, survived difficult personal circumstances, or achieved success after countless setbacks. These individuals didn't become strong despite their challenges, they became strong because of them. The adversity they faced forced them to dig deep, to persevere, and to become more resilient. And that is what inner strength is all about: the ability to keep going, to stay true to yourself, and to rise above whatever life throws your way. But building inner strength through adversity is not just about pushing through difficult times. It's also about learning to be compassionate with ourselves in the process. When we face challenges, it's important to allow ourselves the time and space to heal, to reflect, and to grow. Adversity is not a sprint, it's a marathon. It requires patience, self-care, and the understanding that true strength comes from endurance, not from perfection. We also need to recognize that inner strength is not something we build alone. It is often the support of others, our family, friends, and communities that helps us get through the toughest times. In moments of adversity, reaching out for help is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of courage. It takes strength to admit that we need support and to allow others to be there for us. Together we can face even the hardest challenges. Adversity is not something to fear. It is through the storms of life that we build the resilience and strength needed to face whatever comes our way. Inner strength is not about avoiding challenges, but about embracing them and using them as opportunities for growth. Each time we overcome adversity, we become a little stronger, a little wiser, and a little more capable of handling the next challenge that life brings. So the next time you face hardship, remember this: you are not being broken, you are being built. Your inner strength is growing with every challenge you overcome. And with each step, you are becoming the person you are meant to be: resilient, strong, and unshakable. I want to talk about two powerful forces that are often overlooked in our pursuit of happiness and success: self-compassion and support. These qualities are not just important, they are crucial. They are the foundation of emotional resilience and well-being, allowing us to navigate life's ups and downs with grace, kindness, and strength. Let's begin with self-compassion. In a world that constantly pushes us to be better, faster, and stronger, it can be easy to become our own harshest critics. We often hold ourselves to impossibly high standards, and when we fall short, as all humans do, we can be quick to blame ourselves. We tell ourselves that we're not good enough, that we should have done better, or that we failed. But this relentless self-criticism does not help us grow. It wears us down. But self-compassion is the antidote to this inner harshness. It is the practice of being kind to ourselves in moments of difficulty, treating ourselves with the same care and understanding that we means recognizing that we are all human, and that making mistakes, facing challenges, and experiencing failure are part of the human condition. Instead of beating ourselves up when we fall short, self-compassion invites us to offer ourselves kindness, to acknowledge our efforts, and to remind ourselves that growth is a process. When we practice self-compassion, we create a space for healing and growth. We give ourselves permission to make mistakes and learn from them, rather than feeling overwhelmed by them. We understand that setbacks are not reflections of our worth, but opportunities for us to grow stronger. Self-compassion also allows us to face life's challenges without the added burden of self-judgment. It helps us remain resilient in the face of adversity. Because instead of wasting energy on self-criticism, we use that energy to move forward with a sense of care. Now, while self-compassion is about how we treat ourselves, support is about the people we surround ourselves with. No one gets through life alone. We all need support, whether it's from family, friends, mentors, or our communities. In moments of struggle, it is often the people around us who help us stay strong, who lift us up when we feel like we can't stand on our own. That support is crucial, because it reminds us that we are not alone. When we face challenges, it's easy to feel isolated, like we're the only ones going through a tough time. But the truth is, everyone faces difficulties at some point. Having a support system reminds us that others understand what we're going through, and that it's okay to ask for help. But there is a common misconception that asking for help is a sign of weakness. But in reality, it takes great strength and courage to admit when we need support. It is a recognition that we don't have to have all the answers, and that there is power in leaning on others. The people who love and care about us are often more than willing to offer their help, but we have to be willing to accept it. Support isn't just about receiving help in times of crisis. It's also about building connections and relationships that nourish us on a daily basis. These relationships give us the encouragement we need to keep going, the reassurance that we are not alone, and the comfort that comes from knowing that someone has our back. Whether it's a friend who listens when we need to talk, a family member who offers a word of encouragement, or a mentor who provides guidance, the people who support us help shape our journey. But just as we need support, it's also important that we give support. Being there for others, offering a helping hand or a kind word, not only strengthens our relationships, but also deepens our own sense of compassion and purpose. Supporting others reminds us that we are part of something bigger than ourselves, and it helps us cultivate a sense of community and belonging. Self-compassion and support are not just nice to haves, they are essential. Self-compassion allows us to treat ourselves with kindness and understanding, creating space for growth and resilience. Support reminds us that we don't have to go through life's challenges alone, and that asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Together, these two forces help us navigate life's inevitable ups and downs with grace and confidence. In conclusion, the power of inner strength lies in its ability to help us navigate life's challenges with resilience, perseverance, and grace. Inner strength is not something we are born with. It is built over time through adversity, self-belief, and a willingness to keep moving forward despite setbacks. It is the quiet but unwavering force that allows us to face difficulties, adapt, and grow. By cultivating inner strength, we learn to trust ourselves, rise above hardship, and become more compassionate and confident individuals. Ultimately, inner strength empowers us to live authentically, face life's uncertainties with courage, and realize our fullest potential.